Parents, are your kids playing Fortnite or maybe other games, whether it's on an Xbox or their Android or their iPhone? Well, if they are, I want to talk to you about the negative effects of video games in this short video so that you can be smart on how your family approaches these games with these addictive behaviors. You see, we all know that substance abuse is a huge deal and all kinds of other things can be addictive, but we're really seeing that not only is screen time bad, but video games are really heightened, and that's where students want to dive in for several hours. I want to talk to you about that here today. So first, I want to talk to you about, like most hobbies, playing video games can be okay in moderation, especially as a family. However, younger students who have not yet developed the ability to self-regulate their behavior need guidance and support to develop those skills. And that's what we're here today at smartsocial.com to help you with. Now, here's some topics covered in this parent safety guide. The negative impact video games can have on students, red flags to look out for, what to do if your child is spending too much time playing video games, how to set limitations, and more. And in addition, we're going to talk about some prevention tips because that's what we're here to do. We're here to work with your kids, not against them. And topics to help start a dialogue. I also have some added benefits, some other stuff you can do, some free resources. Now, the negative effects of video games on students. A Canadian study from McGill University shows that human-computer interactions, such as playing video games, can have a negative impact on the brain. Now, we knew that, but the negative effects of video games also say that noticeable changes to behavior can include ignoring or not prioritizing responsibilities or interests over gaming time. Really, that means the students don't want to do anything else. Continuing to play video games despite the negative impact it may have. Like substance abuse, this does amazing things to the brain in a not so amazing way. Next, difficulty sleeping or changes in sleeping patterns. Declining grades or difficulty in school. It can lead to social isolation and poor time management skills. It really can lead to a student wanting to play all the way through the night. And some parents will say, yeah, my student doesn't want to get off Fortnite or they want to spend 4 hours a night. And that's what this video is all about. Now, I've got a webinar that your students do not want you to take, and that's really where we know that we're keeping your family safe. You see, I want to talk to you about getting everything you need to know about the negative effects of social media, popular teen apps. I'm going to teach you the 25 or more bad apps that your students should never be on, and how you can keep your family safe online. It's the smartsocial.com webinar, and you can see that at smartsocial.com, or you can go to one of the links below in this video. Give us a thumbs up if you like this so far. Make sure you subscribe and rate this video. But also jump into that. Thousands of people have taken it all over the world, and it protects you. I've got another free resource, a social media survey where you can get the free copy of the first 3 chapters of my latest book, Light, Bright, and Polite for Teens and Young Adults. You see, we teach your kid how to be a teen. We talk to them like a young adult. You also get a safety score that you use to secure your household from attackers and hackers. And it's really important you see where you sit on that because we believe in safety plus smart. And we really blend them together, almost like they're seamless. Now last, if you're a school, Parent University for Schools is a 3-step program for every family to learn at home. We also give you videos to show at school. You learn safety and also learn the skills you need to build a positive online resume. We show families how to audit, how to plan, and resume building skills to really use these devices with a purpose instead of just a pastime. You can learn more about Parent University on the front page of Smart Social. Okay, back to our program. Popular video games with teens and tweens, there's a lot of them, but Fortnite Battle Royale seems to be really, really hot right now. You can watch our Fortnite Battle Royale parent app guide, as you can see there on the page. Minecraft, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, pretty bad one by the way. Grand Theft Auto has all kinds of R-rated stuff in it. And Fortnite really tried to reduce the blood and guts and try and go towards hand-to-hand combat. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, similar to Fortnite. There's all kinds of other ones as well. And League of Legends, okay? Now, once again, if your student has a game, I want you to go play it with them to decide. You are the only safety app in the world that is going to wake up at 4 a.m. to protect your kid. You are the only safety app that truly cares about your child, not some other app that says that it can alert you if bad behavior is happening. Only you, the parent. Why should parents care? Some parents believe that their kids are safe online if they don't have social media. My kid's safe, Josh. You don't understand. I get that every day, and that's cool. However, if they play video games, they're at risk just as much. You may think you're aware of your child's gameplay, meaning playing games online, but if they're wearing a headset and they're playing in multiplayer mode, you may think, oh, they're right over there. They're in the kitchen. They're in the living room, and I'm here. No, they're not. They're a million miles away. Now, when your kid is playing video games in multiplayer mode, they're talking to people you do not know. They're talking to people who do not love your child as much as you do. Too much game time can have a negative impact on your student's health. Not only that, these people that your kids are talking to, they are throwing out 4-letter words like you wouldn't believe because they get really involved and they teach your kids behaviors that you might not want them to learn. I have a feeling they're not people that are teaching grace and civility and teaching your kids how to be full of class on there. In fact, I know oftentimes, and I know I'm going to get some heat for this, but oftentimes it might bring out the worst part, bad words and so on. Now, the Daily Herald says, we don't need research to see the negative impact of gaming in some people's lives. Many of us see it in our families where young kids might isolate themselves at the expense of almost everything else life has to offer. Gaming by design, like social media, preys on some of the same thinking that we see in young people with substance use or substance abuse disorder. Fatalism, impulsivity, and the desire for instant gratification and much more so than in the past. Now, what that also means is the dopamine that we get when we check our inbox. If you're an adult, you all know, and I will be the first to admit, I have an addiction to my inbox. I'm checking my Gmail for my business and protecting people, and sometimes I just need to step away. This, to me, is kind of like a video game. Now, The Guardian says schools warn parents of negative effects of video game on students. It tells schools to warn them. Several Australian schools have issued advice to parents about potential for bullying or abuse. And Business Insider says it's quite possible that excessive time spent playing games, as with any hobby, might be unhealthy or a sign that someone is struggling. Guys, this is a huge deal. Gaming disorder considered a mental health condition. You see, in 2018, the World Health Organization, the WHO, officially began recognizing gaming disorder as a mental health condition. Big deal. The internal classification of diseases is the foundation for identifying health trends and statistics worldwide. But not only that, they take it a next step. In the latest edition of its internal classification of diseases, the World Health Organization also officially recognized gaming disorder as a disease, not only just as an issue, but as a disease. So what are the gaming disorder warning signs that you can use as a parent to protect your child? Well, according to the WHO, there are 3 signs that someone might be struggling with gaming disorder. 1, impaired control over gaming. Example, onset, frequency, intensity, duration, termination, context, and more. Number 2, increasing priority given to gaming to the extent that gaming takes precedence over other life interests, daily activities, eating, interacting, all kinds of other different things. Well, anger. Next, continuation or escalation of gaming despite the occurrence of negative consequences. Even if you yell at them or tell them to get off, I don't care, I want to continue to do this. Now, what are the red flags that you need to know about as a parent? According to Dr. Mike Bishop, a friend of ours at our company, a founder of an organization that really helps kids, these red flags indicate that your child is struggling with screen time and gaming. Short tempers that are aggravated by screen time. And here's one of his best tips. If your kids are playing video games, you can sometimes see them getting frustrated at the game. Watch out for a quick temper and see if the game has got control over their mood. That's tip 1. Next, kids are not able to self-soothe when they're playing video games. This translates into the next point, which is having problems going to sleep or waking up in the morning. Having access to a device every night. If we let our kids use devices without limits set, without some rules and structure, they're going to take their devices to bed with them, and they're going to be up at night browsing social media or playing games. We've all seen that. In fact, I am just now starting to put it in the other room. It is bad and it affects my sleep. I'm the first person to really, as an adult, say, hey, I've got a problem. I need to start fixing that. And I guarantee your students aren't as attuned as most adults as to when they have a problem. Research says allowing your child to have a TV or device in the room unchecked at night results in less sleep and having a harder time waking up in the morning. Passing up face-to-face activities for screen time activities. Now, we think of as an adult as staying in on a Friday night and Netflixing and chilling. But another major red flag is when you see your child passing up normal opportunities for socialization or outside play. There's a lot of social learning that goes on with neighborhood pickup games, basketball, baseball, etc., just playing outside. If a child's only interactions are through screen time activities, they're missing out on a ton of social learning opportunities, ones that we actually haven't even seen yet. Meaning we've seen them, but we just don't know how bad it can be, but we're seeing great big signs. Now, what can parents do? Before giving your student access to a new game, ask them to explain why they want to play it. In their words, okay, why? Keep asking them why. Then spend some time playing the game on your own and decide if it's safe for your family to play. Only you can decide. Next, know that your child has perhaps already played it at their friend's house. So don't be like, no, I'm going to keep it from you. You'll never be able to see that. They find it, right? You know that. We know that. Sometimes I have to remind us that they'll find it. Schedule game time and set time limits beforehand. Teach your children that video games are only to be played in moderation, and best of all, as a family, please play with your kids. A lot of kids will come up to me at the end of a speech and say, I wish my parents would play, or my dad would play Fortnite with us. And the dad will come and say, I don't have time for this game. I don't know how to play it. I don't care. And the child is just begging, I wish my dad would spend more time with me on this game because this is important to me. Moms, dads, if your kid is playing a game, be where your kids are at. Put your child first, put the game second. I don't care if you don't care about Snapchat. I don't care about Snapchat either. I think it's silly, but we have to spend time on it to be where your children are at. Challenge your student to find offline activities they enjoy and can add to their resume. Have an open dialogue about video games with your children. Consider talking about the dangers of playing with strangers, sharing personal information in chats, graphic video game content, and bullying behavior. This is where Parent University, our program where parents watch it at home, shines. Around the dinner table, you watch a video where I become the bad person and I talk to your students about what can go wrong, what can go right, how to use the device with a purpose instead of a pastime. Let's give them a vocab gently of what could go wrong so they can look out for their friends long before they need it. Don't wait. They will not tell you. And don't wait because they haven't seen it. You can't keep a lot of this stuff from your kids. We have to prep them for it. Having these discussions with your children will help them understand why game time guidelines and everything else are set and encourage them to self-regulate their behavior if possible. Model positive screen time behaviors around your children whenever you can, and always supervise game time and play with them if possible. Please consider talking to your students about what can happen if they conduct themselves in a certain way or are in contact with certain people or are looking at certain content during game time. Next, consider requiring household tasks to be done to earn game time. Our friends at Unglue, the Unglue app, do that. I don't own them. I don't get paid by them, but they really have figured out some ways to unlock that, which I love. Now, next, consider going and taking our social media survey. It's 100% free. Click the links below, smartsocial.com. Click on the survey. Get the first 3 copies of my book and get a number that you can use to protect your family from hackers and attackers. That's my dream for you. Next, help your family stay safe online. Take the webinar that your kids don't want you to take. Get everything you need to know about negative effects of social media, popular teen apps. I'm going to teach you the 25 to 50 bad apps that your kids should run from. Thank you so much for watching this. Schools, if you want to click the link below to learn more about our Parent University program, I would be honored to set up a call with you. PTAs, you can fly me to your city and I will train your whole school how to be safe and smart online. I'll teach everybody how to be light, bright, and polite, to build a future that they're proud of, to make sure that your school and your community is taking care of their online footprint and smiling and leaning into this technology and not being afraid of it, but rather using it in a positive way. I hope that we can work together and that you'll give us a thumbs up on this video or this blog post. Share it, please. If you're listening to us on the podcast, this is a great time to rate and review so that I can reach more people. My dream is to reach all of North America. Actually, I want to reach the whole world, but 550 million people. in North America are who we are trying to reach, and we are slowly reaching people all over the world in countries that we've never even gotten the chance to talk with. They're watching our videos, and we are so honored. I need your help to reach more people. I need your help to teach the world how to shine online and to protect them from these bad people, the hackers, the attackers, and anyone else that wants your child to be less protected. We're here to be your partner. I hope that we can become a part of your family. I hope that you will sign up for Parent University so that you can be a part of our data, our research, and that we can give you videos that you watch with your kids. Revolutionary videos that will teach them anti-bullying, online resume, safety, protection, all kinds of stuff. We've got your back. I've got a lot of energy, and I want to give it to you in these videos. Please consider signing up, taking the next step, rating, reviewing. I'm so honored, and I'm pumped up about protecting your family. We'll see you soon, guys. Have a wonderful day. I'm Josh Ochs. Remember, your kids are watching, so whatever you're doing online, keep it light, bright, and polite. See you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.